morning Year 2, welcome to Thursday's virtual maths lesson where today we will be exploring the 5 times table. Today you will need a pencil, your home learning book, your White Rose Hub sheet either from your resource pack or it is available to download off Seesaw, and also later on in the lesson there'll be a chance to use some concrete resources that you can just collect from around your home. So if you do need to pause the video to collect anything that you need, you can do so now. So today we're going to continue our math starter focusing on tens and ones. So on screen you can see lots of different ways in which we can represent tens and ones, and today we are going to be focusing on our base 10. Okay, so let's have a look at our word problem of the day together. So Jack says he has 61. Is he correct? Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is to count in tens and ones and see what mistake Jack has made. Now I can see straight away that there is 1 10 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 ones. So I'm going to count in tens and ones. So 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So I know Jack isn't correct, but I need to figure out what he has done wrong. So if I count the ones in tens, let's see if that makes a difference. So I'm going to count 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 1. So there is where Jack has made his mistake. He's counted the ones first as tens and then counted the 10 as a ones. However, if we flip his picture round and do the tens first, then it is much easier to count more accurately. So I can count 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So have a go at pausing the video now and explaining what mistake Jack made. Brilliant! So today we are going to continue our work on multiplication, but today focusing specifically on the 5 times table. So we're going to see this symbol a lot today, but this time we're going to be multiplying in groups of 5. So whenever we see our symbol today, let's make our symbol. We need to be saying multiply, lots of, groups of, or times by. Ready to say it together? Multiply, lots of, groups of, times by. Brilliant. So let's have a look at our 5 times table. Brilliant. Okay, so to get us going, ready for our 5 times tables, let's practice our counting in 5s together. Are we ready? Let's go. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, 100. Brilliant. Well done, Year 2. Pause the video and have another go at counting in 5s. You could even challenge yourself to count backwards. Brilliant. Well done, Year 2. Now we're going to have a look at how we can represent our 5 times table using groups. And you might find this a bit of a recap lesson from the grouping we did with our 2 times tables yesterday. Okay, so if you would like to use some concrete resources to do this part of our activity practically, then you can pause the video and collect any resources that you need now. Brilliant. So the first thing we're going to do is that I've already got some groups of a number using some cubes. Now they look a bit like base 10, but if you look really closely, you can see there are only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in each block. So I've got one group of 5. Another group of 5, another group of 5, another group of 5, and another group of 5. So now I'm going to be counting in 5s and doing the 5 times table. So I can put something groups of 5 and put my 5 in there. Now to figure out how many groups I have, I can group them using a circle. So you can do this with your resources too. So I have one group of 5, 2 groups of 5, 3 groups of 5, 4 groups of 5, 5 groups of 5. So that can go in my number sentence there, because remember that multiply also means how many groups it represents too. So I have 5 groups of 5, 5 multiplied by 5, or 5 times by 5. And then I can count in 5s to find the total 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Excellent. Now we're going to have a look at how we can represent our times table on our number lines. Super, so here is our number line and it's started but it isn't complete, so we can use the numbers that are already there to find out what the next numbers in the sequence will be. So it starts on 0 and then continues saying 5, 10, 15. So we know that it is counting in multiples of 5. That's right. See if you can pause the video and complete the rest of the numbers in the number line. Excellent. Let's have a look. So we've got 0, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. Did you get your number line to match too? Excellent, well done. Brilliant, so let's see how we can use that number line to show how it represents our times table. So if I start on 0 and then go all the way jump to number 5, then I've only counted in 5 once. So if I add my little arrow and I jump all the way straight to 5, I've only got one group of 5, one lot of 5, 1 times 5. So I've got 1 multiplied by 5. Then if I go to 10, I've got 5, 10, I've got another group of 5. So I've now got 2 times 5, which equals 10. And so on, I can continue to 3 times 5 is 15. 4 times 5 is 20. And here you can see our groups. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 groups of 5 or 4 lots of 5 equals 20. So similar to our grouping, just represented a little bit different using a number line instead. We can continue to 5 times 5, landing on 25. Another group of 5 for 6 times 5 equals 30. 7 times 5 equals 35. 8 times 5 and 9 times 5. So because I've completed all those jumps, all those lots of 5, all the way up to 9 times 5 and landed on 45, then this number line represents 9 times 5. So see if you can pause the video now and have a go at questions 1, 2 and 3. Okay, so here we have a different way of representing groups of 5. So here we have our coins that you can notice are all 5p's. So if you look really closely, not only can you recognise it's a 5p because it's silver and it's a small coin, but it also has the number 5 on them. So as much as it looks different, it's just representing a group of 5. So now I need to say how many lots of 5 Ron has. So I need something lots of 5. So to do this, how many lots of, how many groups of, I can just put those 5s into groups. So I've got 1 group of 5p, 2 5p's, 3 5p's, 4 groups, 5 groups, 6 groups, 7 groups, 8 groups, 9 groups, 10 groups. So I have 10 groups or 10 lots of 5. And then each coin represents 5. So I've got 10 times 5. And then easy peasy, I can count in 5s to find the total. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. So my answer is 50. So Ron has altogether 50p. So even though it looks different and it's represented different, it's still counting in groups of 5. So see if you can pause the video now and have a go at question number 4. Brilliant, well done Year 2. So now we're going to take a look at using our times tables to be able to compare number sentences. So at the top you can see our inequality symbols and we have more than, equals and less than. So the first thing I need to do is to find the answer of both times tables of the number sentences either side before I can see what inequality symbol I need to use. So first I'm going to work out 6 times 5 and I can do this by counting 6 lots of 5s on my finger. So I need 6 fingers and counting in 5s. Ready? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And it's really important that we put that number down, we don't keep it in our heads. So I'm just going to put 30 above there. Then I can work out 5 times 8 or even easier, I can do 8 times 5 and just swap it round. So I'm going to 8 times 5, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. So I know that that one will be 40. And then I can really clearly see which way my inequality symbol needs to face. So remember, the largest part of the inequality symbol faces the largest number. So I know that 30 is less than 40, so I can add my inequality symbol. You can also see that 8 lots of 5 has more because the other side only has 6 lots of 5, so I could have worked it out that way too. Let's have a look at an even more challenging comparing number sentences. Okay, so now we've got a little bit more of a challenging comparing of a number sentence. So first bit things first, we're going to just carry on and work out the first side of the inequality number sentence. So 4 times 5 is nice and easy to work out. So 4 lots of 5, 5, 10, 15, 20, and we always pop our 20 on top so that we don't have to hold it in our head. Okay, so on the other side, we have 3 times 5 add 2 times 5. So to break it down, instead of having one confusing number sentence, I'm going to break it down into 2 nice and easy number sentences. So first, I'm just going to work out 3 times 5. So 5, 10, 15, and I'm going to pop that number down just like we always do and never hold it in our head. And then I can work out the next times table. 2 times 5, easy peasy, 5, 10, and pop that number down there. Now it's really easy to because all I have to do now is do 15, add 10. Now remember, when we're adding 10, our ones doesn't change, so we just need one more 10 instead of 1. I'll now have 2, so my answer will be 25. Now another way we could have done this, so the first times table is 3 times 5, so I need 3 lots of 5. Add 2 lots of 5, so I just need 2 more fingers for 5. And I could have worked out 5 times 5. Ready? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, which would have made the same answer. So you can do this either way, whichever you find more easy. Then I can put my inequality symbol in. 20 is less than 25, so I'll have my inequality symbol facing my larger answer, which is 25. Well done, Year 2. Have a go at question 5 now and pause the video. Brilliant, well done. Okay, now we're going to have a look at a word problem to apply our 5 times tables. So let's read it together. A sandwich costs £2 and a box of crayons costs £5. Jack buys 5 sandwiches and 3 boxes of crayons. How much does he spend in total? Now that's quite a wordy word problem, so what's really important is that we go through it and pick out the important parts so that we can write our number sentence really simply. So see if you can pause the video and underline and find the most important words. Brilliant, let's have a look together. So a sandwich costs £2. A sandwich costing £2 is really important because we need to know which one costs which. And we need to know that, so there's my £2. And we need to know that crayons cost £5. So I'm going to put a circle around the £5 on the crayons box too. So Jack buys 5 sandwiches, so we need to know he buys 5, and 3 boxes of crayons. And we need to know how much it is in total. So once we've found 5 sandwiches and 3 boxes of crayons, we need to find the total, so we need to add them together. So we know, first thing we need to work out is 5 lots of sandwiches. So if I've got my sandwiches, I'm just going to draw some little pictures to help me. Here are my sandwiches. And each sandwich costs £2, so I'm going to put 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. So we know that we're going to have to count in twos because I've got 1 group of 2, 2 groups of 2, 3 groups of 2, 4 groups of 2, 5 groups of 2. And remember, 5 groups of 2 is the same as writing 5 times 2. So my number sentence I need to work out is 5 times 2. And I can do this using my pictures to help me. Let's count in twos. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. And remember, they're all £2, so it's going to be £10. So my sandwiches cost £10. but Jack also buys 3 boxes of crayons, so I need 3 crayons. So 1 box of crayons, 2 boxes of crayons, 3 boxes of crayons, and each box of crayons costs £5. So £5, £5, £5. Okay. Now each box represents 1 group. So I've got 1 group of 5, 2 groups of 5, 3 groups of 5, which is the same as writing 3 times 5. And then I can count in 5s to find the total. So 5, 10, 15. So that crayons cost £15. The final step, which is the most important not to forget, is how much does he spend in total. So he spent £10 on sandwiches, £15 on crayons, but we need to know how much he spent all together. Now you can either do this in your head by just adding your 10s and 1s, or you can do it in your column addition. So 15 add 10, 5 add 0 is 5, and 10 add 10 is 20, so 2 10s. So the total Jack spent is £25. Brilliant. See if you can pause the video, show you're working out, write your number sentences and your answer. Brilliant. Well done, you two. You've worked amazingly hard again. So well done for your work today on 5 times tables. Tomorrow is our Flashback Fridays. We'll be recapping all our prior learning and applying them into some problems. So on the next screen you will see your answers from today's lesson. Don't forget to mark it, and then once you've finished you can upload your work and any photographs of your working out onto Seesaw to add to your maths learning. Thank you, you two.